In my experience, the hardest part about running a small business is people, and the most important thing about running a big business is people. So, we see this a lot in our coaching business that people come to us and want to scale. And, most people's definition of that is leverage and getting some freedom back and making more money. And the only way I know to do that that I've ever seen be successful is through people.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone that I'm looking forward to chat with, Eric Brewer, who is a real estate investor focusing on wholesaling, fix and flips, and commercial multifamily development. So excited to have you here today, Eric.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I think our listeners are going to take a lot away from how you have developed and scaled as an investor. So let's dive in. First off, for those who are not yet familiar with you and your work, can you share what your main focus is?
Yeah, sure. I'm in South Central Pennsylvania. We operate in most of the entire state of PA and northern Baltimore County in Maryland. We do about 400 wholesale and fix and flip transactions a year. And I'm currently working on 2 multifamily development projects that we are in the process of early stages of fundraise and starting construction in the next in Q2 of this year.
Awesome. That is some exciting opportunities coming up. How did you start your journey as an investor?
I had a background in the automobile industry and spent 8 years in sales and management there. Sort of got burned out of working some of the long hours that came with. And my mentor from the automobile industry got into real estate, and a few years after he left the car dealership, we had connected and got into flipping houses in 2006.
Awesome. And are you only operating within Pennsylvania?
No, we operate in one of our development projects is in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. That's a 163 ground-up construction multifamily project, and we also wholesale and flip in Baltimore, Maryland.
Awesome. What do you feel have been some of the main keys that have allowed your business to be able to grow and to run smoothly?
Yeah, I think over the last 19 years, it's been different things. Early on, it was just sort of grit and determination and hustle. As we've seen from COVID to a high interest rate environment to recently a lot of legislation changes around wholesaling and real estate as a whole, it's been a willingness to continuously learn, innovate, and when needed, sort of reinvent yourself. What works today didn't necessarily work 3 years ago, and it almost certainly won't work 3 years from now. So a balance of discipline and focus while still being mindful of the need to innovate.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always different changes to pivot to. So yeah, you mentioned that there's always like those innovations and different levels to rise into. What have been some of those pivots or different challenges that you have risen to over the years?
Yeah, I think early on, I got in the business in 2006, and in 2008, the world collapsed. So everything that was true about real estate in 2007 and 2008 unraveled. So we pivoted from a fix and flip model to a installment sales agreement. I was doing a ton of seller finance and installment sales agreements during the early parts of the recession. And as we started to see the market slowly stabilize between 2012 and 2015, we started doing more wholesaling. And then that model was super profitable. I was very fortunate that my business partner back then was very liquid. So as liquidity markets dried up in 2008, 9, and 10, and short sales and foreclosures took over the world, we were able to operate, and we were buying 300 flips a year just right off the MLS. Around 2016 and 17, as the market started to recover, flipping and wholesaling became more competitive. So we went out and had to really drastically improve our direct to seller, joined a few masterminds, and really learned how to market and run successful lead management, acquisitions, positions, departments. So between 2015 and 2019 or 2020, really became good at that. Then we learned turnkey because flipping was super duper competitive. And we learned how to do turnkey, which was buying and renovating and selling to landlords across the country. And that was a slightly different model, everything from like the properties we acquired to the style of renovations. And then we were selling to people that were outside of our market, mostly, outside of this area. So that was a little bit different than the rates in 2022. Changed turnkey, got completely out of that business. And now we function almost exclusively. About 75% of our business is wholesale and novation. And we still do maybe 50 or 60 flips a year. So we wholesale about 350 deals a year and fix and flip 50 to 75 deals a year.
Yeah, awesome. What a nice trajectory to land into what it is that you're most passionate and works for your business. And so, what are you most focusing on now? Like, what are you solving or scaling to next?
Yeah, I think what's happened is that, I have about 40 employees. I have a full executive team with a COO, a director of marketing, operations, HR, and that's taken a lot of trial and error. I mean, when I initially started to grow my business, I wasn't the best manager or leader. So I either hired the wrong people and that didn't work out, or I would hire good people. And because of not having good management or leadership processes in place, I would lose good people. So my focus became about 7 years ago, just becoming a better leader, being a leader that would attract top talent, create a culture that would retain that top talent, and then have a process in place that would help people develop inside the organization as long as they worked here. So I've basically been very blessed to be able to create a business that doesn't require me much in the day-to-day. I probably, work 15 hours a week in this core business, and that's freed up some freedom and availability to start working on development projects. I also have a coaching and education business where I've had people that have grown up inside of this organization that after 6 to 15 years have moved into becoming real estate coaches. So I have a company called Ramp REI where we coach real estate investors on everything from best practices in marketing, management, leadership, acquisitions, dispositions, and everything in between.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So that's I was just gone for a full 5 days doing some planning with the team in that business. So it's allowed me to expand into some different verticals that are very nicely paired with our fix and flip real estate business, which keeps it new and exciting for me. It's cool I love building stuff. And after almost 20 years of doing the same thing every day, and it was nice to be able to step away and watch this business flourish and grow without me and go out and create some new stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an exciting place to be, to get to the point where you can expand your horizons and focus on other aspects and facets of, yeah, what real estate could look like for you. What have been some challenges or big obstacles that you have overcome as an investor? And now looking back, you can see more of the lesson.
Yeah, I think developing as a leader was probably the biggest one. In my experience, the hardest part about running a small business is people, and the most important thing about running a big business is people. So we see this a lot in our coaching business, that people come to us and want to scale. And, most people's definition of that is leverage and getting some freedom back and making more money. And the only way I know to do that, that I've ever seen be successful is through people, acquiring good people, giving them enough clarity of the vision and expectations that they can go out and perform without a ton of oversight. But it's hard. People are not machines. They're not, always black and white. They have emotions. They have personal lives. They have dreams and aspirations. And it's difficult sometimes to get, we have 40 people in our organization just in our house buying business. And, it's a full-time job just orchestrating an environment where everybody's rowing in the same direction and speaking the same language and having common goals. So yeah, just being if I could do one thing over again, I would have started learning about systems, processes, and the development, leadership, and management of people earlier. I think generally speaking, a lot of small businesses, particularly in this niche of real estate, were sort of, fly by the seat of our pants, gunslingers that are really good at making deals and making money, but the consistency of our businesses might not be super solid. We have roller coaster ride revenue. So I've worked really hard to try and become a better manager, leader, and an operator, so that we have more consistency. It's less stressful. I get more freedom back, and I think generally that's just when you do that as a leader or owner of the company, it's a more enjoyable place to work. But it's hard. It's hard leading people. It's hard, not responding emotionally to the pitfalls of real estate. Deals fall apart, construction goes over budget, appraisals don't always work the way that we want. So it's been a big lesson to understand the significance of people and our ability to lead people. And the better I get at that, the other stuff seems to take care of itself. So I would have probably made that a focus for myself earlier. And now it's a focal point for everything I do, is I'm very people-centric.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something people don't talk about enough, is that leadership aspect. And yeah, everything that you mentioned with knowing how to manage all of those moving parts and different types of people in different situations. So that's very important.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
What advice would you give to an investor that's just starting out or early on in their journey?
I benefited early from having a mentor. I think for me to get started, the ability for me to learn quickly, fail quickly, and scale quickly was with a mentor. So I think one of the things, particularly as entrepreneurial spirited people, we believe everything has to be done on our own. Uh, that's just not necessarily the case. So I would say just getting started rather than trying to figure it out on your own, find a mentor or a coach or a partner, someone that has experience and can shorten the learning curve. And I think that happens at each phase of business. Like you need a mentor to start, a mentor to grow, a mentor to scale, and a mentor that can really help you, with a succession plan. Because eventually everybody gets, I think, to my age. I'm just turned 50, and I'm not looking to hustle and grind anymore. I want to start to create leverage so that I can do more of the things that I enjoy doing that might not necessarily involve work without jeopardizing the success of the business. Again, which comes back to people. So I think at every phase, whether I did it early or I did it maybe almost too late, finding the right mentor or coach that has been able to encourage me, hold me accountable, and help me push through those different phases of growth and scale and expansion is something that's valuable quite a bit and would be, I think, a good piece of advice to give to someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. That's helpful to have someone that's walked those paths before and can shorten the time for you.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned that wholesaling is your main focus now of the business. Why specifically is that like the asset class that you're diving into?
Yeah, it's fix and flipping. Construction is sort of hard. The market that I'm in, a lot of our houses are 50 to 100 years old, and doing construction, major renovation projects on those properties is tough. You're trying to bolt on brand new materials to a 100-year-old home, and sometimes there's foundation issues or um, you know, just problems or renovations that come along with homes that age that can really present a challenge. So with construction, like good quality, staying on budget and getting it done in a reasonable amount of time is hard. Not the background that I come from. I didn't grow up as a contractor or someone that I was exposed to construction. I grew up in the car business, so I got really good at sales and marketing. And when I look at all the different niches of real estate, me, wholesale is the one where it highlights your strengths in marketing and sales the most.
As far as marketing and sales, are there specific strategies that you like to lean on?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, marketing, it's the basic stuff. I think one things we've realized the business scaled, we try and move away from what's cheap and move into maybe more higher barrier of entry. So we've moved mostly from outbound years ago to inbound. So instead of cold calling and texting and all of this inexpensive but high labor lead sources, we do exclusively almost now TV, billboards, direct mail. Um, so we're really, really focused on inbound marketing and some the bigger platforms there and just staying consistent. When it comes to sales, I don't think, again, there's no secret, but one thing we really do a good job of here, I think that makes us unique is we train. We train 30 minutes a day, no less than 30 minutes a day for all of our salespeople. And I think that really gives us an advantage, and we're committed to that, non-negotiable when it comes to training. So those two things I would say is high level of focus on marketing and sticking to what works, and being more focused on the total return, not the cost of the return. And then we're just super focused on training, always ongoing training for our salespeople.
Yeah, absolutely. That is awesome that you're focusing on continuing to train and grow in the field. So before we wrap up here, If someone wants to reach out, connect, learn more about what you're up to, where can people find you and connect with you?
Yeah, two places, either Facebook or Instagram. I'm pretty active on social media. I put out a good bit of content, and yeah, I'm easy to get a hold of there. I respond often to DMs and messages or comments, so pretty readily available on Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate your time and your story. Thank you so much for coming on here.
Appreciate it.
Of course. And for the listeners that are tuning in, if you got value, make sure you have subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators like Eric who are building real businesses, and we'll see you on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.